Welcome all. In this video, we are going to see how to create, initialize, assign, and access pointers. We will see this with a small program. Then we will be going into an access-oriented pointer program and see practically how these things going to work. Let us go into the Dev C compiler for Python. Sorry, C. Yes, my compiler is ready. Now I'm going to do my creation, initialization, accessing, and using the pointer variables. Let us see how to do that. Creating and accessing pointers. That's what I'm going to do. I'll include the header file hash include stdio.h. Yes. Then I go into my main program in main. These things are more common, and my skeleton of the C program is now ready. Right now, what we are going to do, I'm going to declare a normal variable. My variable name is num. This num is going to be an integer variable which is not having any constant values assigned, and it will have its own address. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable, I mean the pointer variable, to store the address of this num. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an integer pointer. So the pointer to be noted here is, for storing the address of an integer variable, I'm going to create an integer pointer. So I'm creating an integer pointer, say it is going to be pnum. So if you see the difference between the normal variable and the pointer variable, my pointer variable is prefixed with the indirection operator. This star denotes the indirection operator, and I can have any number of these operators preceding a particular variable, meaning that each indirection means a single pointer. So if I put 2 stars, it means a double pointer, 3 stars will become a triple pointer, and so on. Right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a very simple task. This pointer variable is capable of storing address of any normal variable. Right, but normal variable can store only values, but pointer variable can store address. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to store the address of the normal variable num in the pointer variable pnum. So what I do, I just say pnum is equal to address of num. So what I mean here, I put an ampersand symbol here. That means it is going to refer the address of the variable num. We know num can have any values, like if I take some integer values, it can have. If I put an ampersand as a prefix to this variable, then the address present in num will be recovered, and that will be stored inside the pointer variable pnum. All right. So now this pnum is going to store the address of num. So what I say, pnum is going to point a normal variable num. So ultimately what I'm going to say, pnum is a pointer to num. So I say pnum is a pointer to num. Pnum refers the address of the variable num. Now I assign a value 100 to number. So this num is going to have a value 100. We know that pnum is going to refer the address of num. In num, what is there? In num we have 100. Now we see the power of pointer. Now I'll make you very clear by printing each and every line and every possible values in this particular statement. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to say what will be the value of num, right? What will be the value of num, and what will be the value of ampersand num, right? So I say the value of num is percentage d. Yes, I'm going to say it is going to be num. So the value of num is percentage d. I include a new line character, and in the next line, I'm going to say the address of num is, again I do a percentage d, or I can go for an unsigned integer. I know that it is going to be an integer pointer. I can also go for an unsigned integer, so I will not get any signs. Percentage u, I put a slash n, comma, I say ampersand num. So what will happen if I put ampersand num, the address of num will be printed, right? Now with respect to num, our print operations are completed. Now we are going to see how the pointer variable is going to store the values. So I'll first print the pointer variable, right? So pointer variable I can get print either as pnum or star pnum. So here comes the difference. Star pnum refers the value of a particular pointer variable. Star refers value, whereas ampersand refers the address of the particular variable. So I'm going to say print here the value of the pointer variable pnum is percentage d. I say star pnum, right? I say star pnum. Similarly, I print another thing, the value of the pointer variable, sorry, the address. Now this time I will print the address, right? So the address of the pointer variable pnum is, I can print percentage u. Why? Because I'm going to print an unsigned integer which will have a sufficiently larger size compared to a normal integer, because addresses will be somewhat large. So in this case, I should not put a star. Why? Because star represents value. I just put p num. I just put p num. So now I'll save this. Okay, I say this as pointer demo1. Okay, pointer demo1.c. Right? I save it. Now I going to run. Yes, my file is compiled now. Now, if you see, I can easily refer what is the value of num, what is the value of pnum, what is the address of num, and what is the address of pnum. Everything I can find it very clearly, and you can understand the pointer concepts also. So I put a printf here. Yes. If you see, I can get the value of num is 100. The address of num is 6487572, a memory location address. The value of pointer variable pnum. See, I have given here star pnum. So star pnum value is 100. Why? It is actually referring to num, so it gets a value 100. The address of the pointer variable pnum is 6487572. So now if you clearly understand that the pointer variable has two blocks in its storage, one is for storing the value and other is for storing the address. So this program will give a clear introduction on how to create a pointer, how to access it, how to assign an integer variable to an integer pointer in this scenario, right? So hope you have understood a very good introductory demo on pointers. Thank you.